everyone. I'm Radhika Das, and you are tuned into the Daily Dispatch. This week has kick-started well with exciting stories coming our way from SaaS Labs, Farmeasy, and Applicate AI. Cloud-based platform SaaS Labs has raised $17 million in its Series A round of funding. This is the first capital raised by the bootstrap startup. The financing round saw participation from Basecamp Partners and Eight Roads Ventures. Now, with this fund infusion, the company is planning to expand its customer base, hire more people, and release new products and services. Reports suggest that online pharmacy firm Farmeasy has raised $350 million ahead of its IPO. Currently valued at $5.6 billion, Farmeasy had acquired ThyroCare, which is a chain of diagnostic and preventive care laboratories, just a while back. Now, with the IPO, Farmeasy is planning to raise $1.2 billion. AI-based sales enablement B2B platform Applicate AI has said it is in the advanced stage of raising $30 million in its Series A round. The startup had raised $2 million in its pre-Series A round from a clutch of investors. Now, with this deal, it is likely to value the startup at about $160 million.
Well, our special guest today is Shivani Podar from Fab Alley. The company has been raising a lot of funds over the last couple of months. It's raised about 25 crore rupees in May, and before that, it's been on a massive expansion spree across categories. Joining us for this very interesting conversation is Shivani Podar. Thank you very much, Shivani, for joining us today on the Daily. Just begin by asking you a little bit about this kind of aggressive, sales strategy that is shaping up in the whole e-commerce space. We're seeing a lot of new players enter. We're seeing apparel take center stage, especially with the festive season coming up. So what's been the kind of sentiment at Fab Alley? Lots of, discussions around festive period, and what kind of demand have you seen so far?
Yeah, so Priya, the apparel sector saw a big 18-month gap of sorts where people were not really shopping for apparel, right? As opposed to a lot of other, hygiene segments, apparel was kind of on a back burner. So now that COVID is under control and people have started going out, occasions have started mostly, right? So weddings, celebrations or functions like, the Dussehra, Navratri, so on and so forth, which has given festive shopping like a huge boost, like so there's a huge revenge shopping, so as to say, sentiment. And because people have started stepping out after 2 years, last to last, the Dussehra Diwali was when we were people were stepping out. People are really buying, so the sentiment is very positive, and we've seen a huge upswing. So we will do like our highest ever month in the history of the company in October, and we still, in some ways, there is still. So even with that, we are we're seeing huge growth. And online especially has been leading the charge. So online has been growing for us as a company even during COVID, and primarily because a lot of shift from offline to online has happened. And people, first time buyers also who were not very comfortable kind of buying online historically, now because there was no choice over the last 18 months, they started buying online. And I think once you start buying online, there's no looking back. So that's what we've seen. And online, we're looking at 120% growth, year on year. Offline also, we started growing from last to last year, because last year doesn't kind of is no base for comparison. But last to last year also, we started growing. So things are looking good, and we are hoping for this to be the best quarter in the history of the company.
Right. One line that stuck with me is the best quarter in the history of the company, even bigger than what it was pre-COVID. So what do you think is really the driving force, or what do you think would be the three focus areas for you in this festive period, considering that there are certain categories that are driving or fueling this kind of growth?
Yeah. So for us, I think the most important is relevant, is kind of making relevant products. Now, what we've seen this festive season is that a lot of, where people used to dress up very heavily because the gatherings are smaller, they're more informal than they used to be. So people have started moving towards what we call like light occasion wear. And India, our ethnic brand, India has been the leader in this for a long time. So we're seeing like a huge upswing on that. And for us, it is really kind of ensuring that we're putting the right products out there. We've done collections with a leading Indian designer called Payal Singhal. So that's something that it's very affordable. It's an average price of 3,000. So essentially, what a customer would pay like a lakh plus typically to buy like a designer like Payal, you would get it at 3,000, 3,500 with this full app. So that's something that's really doing well. We also launched, our partnership with Shraddha Kapoor about a month back, and that's also we did a mini collection with her, and that's also something that did very well. So for us, I think the first thing is to really say that, are we making the right products for the festive season? Are they something that are resonating with our customers? And really kind of bringing in, whether it's with celebrity or with designers, to really kind of put it together and make it, super exciting for the customer. So that's the first thing that we'll be doing differently for this quarter and this festive season. The second is on really expanding our footprint, both online and offline. And when I say online, we've done a lot of international expansion. So we are now working with Marketplace Namshi, we're working with Zalora, we're going live with Zalando. So a lot of our traction both for India and Fab Valley has been coming from these marketplaces. And even for ethnic wear, one would be surprised, right? For say Zalora in Southeast Asia, one would not think ethnic would be large, but that's also something that's picked up very well as a category for them. So we will be expanding both online, internationally, and even with our retail stores, we are looking at expanding with some key partners. We are looking at getting more multi-brand outlets with us, and all of that we're doing even now. There is a slight risk of the third wave coming, etc. But we feel that this is the time to expand, and that's something that we're doing. And I think third, what we're really doing differently is that we are putting customer up front, essentially, really both online and offline, understanding what is it that they need, improving our service across the board. Our own direct channel, which is our website, it's almost 35% of the business, which is fairly large for us. So really kind of understanding the customer, understanding what they're looking for, and trying to improve our service, both in terms of customer service and products across the board.
Right. When you talk about offline expansion, what is the number of stores that you'd like to close FY22 with? And is there a target that you have in terms of overall store footprint in India?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are currently at about 480 points of sale. This includes large format stores and about 30 owned stores, which are our EBOs. The target for FY22, so March 22, is essentially to say, can we get this to about 600 plus at an overall level, combination of large format stores and EBOs. In a non-COVID year, this was to do about 900, 950 in about 12 months. Now, depending on how if hopefully there's no third wave and we kind of aggressively continue to focus, by the end of next year, so December 2022, this should be at about 800 to 900 points of sale.
A final question before I let you go on the revenue front. What kind of revenue targets do you have, and will you be looking at yet another fundraise, considering that you have aggressive expansion plans out there?
Yeah, so we are, so we've essentially raised almost 50 crores in the last 14 to 16 months, and most of this has come from internal investors. So that's a lot of support in the midst of COVID, because apparel business did take a big hit. So we will be looking at a larger CDC round at some point in 2022. So that's something that we do. At this point, we're very well capitalized for the next 2 years or so. And on the overall revenue, we are, targeting. We closed this year at a gross at a GMV of about 300 crores, broadly 280 to 300 crores. And for next year, of course, the target is to grow at 70 to 90%, which is what we've done in a non-COVID year for the last 6 years or so.
With that, we come to the end of this episode. See you again tomorrow. Goodbye and stay safe.